Hello, my name is Dr. Tammy Giovanelli, and I want to welcome you to Poás Volcano National Park. On a beautiful day, we are looking at a crater lake that's called Laguna Botos. I want to talk to you a little bit about the grand complex that is Poás National Park. We talk about volcanoes. Poás is considered to be a stratovolcano, but it's a little bit more interesting than that. So its origins is about 400,000 years ago when there was a massive volcano that formed. When we say massive, we're talking about a diameter of about 10 kilometers at its base. So that forms what we call the initial caldera. So you form a volcano, the volcano collapses, you're left with a caldera. That's about 10 kilometers in diameter. If you look at an aerial photograph, you can hardly see it because of the erosion. We're in a rainforest, right? So there's a lot of moisture and erosion that begins to happen. After the initial caldera forms at 400,000 years ago, a second caldera forms inside of that. The diameter is about 6 kilometers in diameter. And again, even if you look at an aerial map, you can't see that collapsed caldera. So those are ancient formations. Inside of those formations, there are 3 different crater lakes. Laguna Botos is one example of those crater lakes. Of those 3 crater lakes, all of them formed within the Holocene, so within the past 10,000 years. So these craters form from something that's called a phreatic eruption. It's a steam eruption. So anytime you have water in the form of rain, a lake, a groundwater that comes into contact with magma, you get a steam eruption that creates a formation that's called a crater. These craters are smaller than the larger caldera, again, and they're inset within the major complex that we just talked about. So Laguna Botos, that's behind us, is filled in with precipitation. It is considered to be inactive, and what's interesting is that this crater lake that's inactive has normal pH, has normal atmospheric temperatures. However, when we were just at the Poás main crater that holds a lake, that lake is called Laguna Caliente, and it's called Laguna Caliente because its temperatures exceed 93 degrees Fahrenheit. The other super interesting thing about Laguna Caliente is that it's considered to be one of the most active hyperacidic lakes in the world. So hyperacidity, we're talking a pH of negative 1.5 to 1. When we talk about pH, acidity, neutrality is 7. So it's one of the most acidic environments that we find on our planet today. And Laguna Caliente is often considered to be a comparison to other environments in our solar system, mainly thinking about Mars. So Laguna Caliente is active. This Laguna Botos is only about a mile down gradient to the east of the Laguna Caliente, the main crater. And so it's interesting because this lake, as I mentioned, is normal. It's a normal closed basin lake. It's a normal temperature, normal pH. However, the main crater has a pH of negative 1.5 to 1 and has super high temperatures. So it's an interesting environment here at Poás Volcano National Park. This volcano is considered to be one of the most active in Costa Rica. It was just active in 2022. So there's a whole lot of volcanic monitoring that's done in this area. The good news is the main crater is not all that explosive, and also it gives indicators that it's going to erupt. So at Laguna Caliente in particular, prior to eruption, generally speaking, lake temperatures will continue to increase, the lake levels will decrease, and that's when volcanologists know that they should probably evacuate Poás National Park. So I hope that you come and visit this fantastic and interesting and unique environment with adventure geology tours.